Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome to a new campaign for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We're operating under the 1.06 beta version, which means there will be bugs. There will be some things that are not quite working out as well as the devs might have hoped. And hopefully these things will be patched soon without breaking the save files. Then again, it is a beta. This is to be expected. I'm going to be starting a French Empire run in 1890. And normally these campaigns are concluded in 2 years or so. But now they're not. No, these wars can, or these campaigns can last for up to 50, 60 years in my case, considering that the end year is 1950. So, let's get to work. The AI component is going to be historical hard. I'll be creating my own fleet. Let's get to work. Here we go. Monthly balance plus 13 million, naval budget 61 million. In 1940, this would be very little. In an 1890, this is a lot. Okay, let's go design a couple of ships, shall we? Normally, I would have these ships designed to last throughout a campaign, but that, in this case, is not feasible. Simply because these campaign ships are going to be running with us for a long, long time. Let's try and make these things as protected as possible. The French do get some interesting hulls towards the end of the war. Or, well, not so much towards the end of the war. I mean, this is already quite interesting. You got the ironclad battleship, the iron battleship. Oh, this one. Yes. This is what I'm going to use. Can I... I'm now a Spanish galleon. I'm not sure 2 inchers are the best option, though. If I can fit 3 inchers, I will. Anyway, what do I want for this ship? I want this ship to be capable of punching enemy battleships and defending against smaller ships. Speed, 18 knots. Range, not that important, because I won't be really operating 6,000 kilometers from home anyway. When the US and Japanese campaigns eventually get added, then I imagine this operational range is going to be far more important. But right now, not that much. So I can keep that low. I can keep the beam pretty wide, which will make for a more expensive ship, but at the same time is going to give it more stability. It'll also probably give it a worse turning circle. 279. 260. Oh, it's not that bad. No. I can make this work. Especially considering that these ships have awful accuracy. Really god-awful accuracy. Give me 2 funnels. And let's set up the compound armor, Citadel 1. Steam steering, we have not researched anything else. We're just starting out. Standard crew quarters, please. Then, the secondaries, sorry, the casemate guns. The 3 inchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I make this bigger? No, it's maxed out. Alright. What else do I need? A couple of main guns would be nice. I'm taking on enemy battleships. All these guns are Mark 1s, so it doesn't really matter what you put on them. I mean, it's not really a difference when it comes to the, let's say, the tier of the gun. I think a couple of 11 inchers. Somewhere slightly towards the higher end of the spectrum. Why does the game suggest that I put one on the middle? It's a bit odd. Do I have side mounts? No, not there. Do I have side mounts here by any chance? Yes. 6-inch guns could sit over there, and that'll help me to deal with smaller ships. Now, I'm going to make these ships as accurate as possible, which means they're going to get more barrel length. And for the 11-inch guns, that means that their reload is going to blossom to 103 seconds. If I set this to 0, that is 72 seconds, but I would rather hit something. Let's see, I'm expecting to fight at 2,500 meter range to 5,000 meter range and 6.5% to 1.3. I put this on 20. We're looking at 13% chance to hit. That is actually quite good for this era. I'm going to have the same thing here. I'm going to have the same thing for the 3 inchers. Oh, look at how far these things are sticking out now. If I put this to 0, or even minus 20, retract the guns. These will not hit shit. 2,500 meter range, 0.7%. Give me 20%. 4.5%. Whoa. That's a nice jump. Now, having this many guns on a ship like this does mean that I'll not have that much room for armor. Give me the Citadel info. Yeah, the Citadel's quite large. I'm thinking forebelt and aft belt, a mere 3-inch. I'm not really going to invest too much there. Aft deck, I don't know. At this range, we won't hit each other's deck anyway. So give me 1 inch on the fore, 1 inch on the aft, 1 inch on the superstructure. And then when it comes to main belt, I'm thinking 13 inches of armor. Oh crap. Is this turret restricted by the presence of these guns? It is! Oh, that is not good. What if I put smaller guns on here? No. Oh, I don't like that at all. See, this works. 4 inches. This works. Okay. This does mean I still have an aft weight offset, but that's fine. I'm going to keep the 6ers over there. I'm going to put the 4s on the back, and I'm going to put these on 20% length. There we go. Right, what else? What else? Propellants, bursting charges, stuff like that. No joy. You really cannot upgrade anything. Nose fuse, base fuse, less gun range, less shell fuse time, which means they explode faster. Solid nose, percussion fuse, delaying detonation upon impact. Increasing the chance, yes, but my chance to pen, or my ability to pen is 0.6. Now it's 1.4. That's actually quite good. That's a hell of an improvement. Yeah, no, I'll take the base fuse, actually. Okay, anything else? Do we need more shells? I think not. We carry 240 shells per 11-inch gun. We carry... Yeah, we don't have to reload, really, to make these things go through all their ammo. At least, I don't expect that we will. Pitch on these ships is currently quite terrible. Let's see if I can fix that by pulling the guns closer to the core of the ship. Aft weight offset still a hefty 23%. Shift some stuff around. Still heavy. Still heavy. Oh boy. That is not good. Can this French galleon put any more guns on the bow? Any casemates, perhaps? No. Crap. What if I put bigger guns on here? Like... Whatever happened to the 8-inch guns? 8-inch guns don't exist yet. Oh, hold on. What I could try and do is make these 6-inchers longer and give them a greater diameter. This just makes them heavier. Not that much, though. Not that much. The only other way that I see to make this ship more, well, more balanced, if you will, is to put something heavy on the bow. So that would equate to bow armor. So a 6-inch 4-armor belt still puts me on 13. That's a lot. Oh. Because, no. 10.5%. This is not a very well balanced ship. But I hope that it will do the job for me right now. You're a weird little ship, aren't you? Oh, hold on. What if I go like this? This here, this here. This goes here, here, here. 7.4. Yeah, I can balance this out. No problem. A little while later, there's the design, and there's the perfect balance. I still have a lower engine efficiency than I would like. I have a lot of pitch and roll, but this is the ship that we have for now. Let's make sure that the turrets never die. These are going to take a lot of pounding. So let's put some more side armor on the guns. That's a bit too heavy. There we go. 2 there, 14 there, 7.5 there. Top is less important. Sidearm on the 4-inchers. Yeah, it's not really going to stop anything, is it? Not really. Increase the barbette armor. There. I don't mind having a bit of room. Okay, this is the Charles Martel class of battleship. Excuse me. Yeah, well, it is a battleship. It's not even called a Dreadnought anymore. Save the design. Moving on. We're going to need some cruisers to escort these big guys. We get the Rochambeau class of heavy cruiser. The task for these things, I feel, should be engaging battleships with torpedoes, which will mean underwater-mounted torpedo tubes. I feel that they should be capable of dealing with smaller ships, and probably be fairly fast and not very expensive. So 22 knots. And range is very much not important. If I reduce the beam, I can make them even cheaper. I hope that I have a front tower that's not too wide. Oh yeah, it fits. It fits. Good. Rear tower. You sit over there. Considering our terrible engines, we're gonna need some serious boilers on the, or serious funnels on this ship. Holy crap. 57% only. This thing is going to be a floating engine. Aft weight offset, 100%. Right. Yes. This is going to be the campaign of wonky designs, at least early game. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. We're going to make these things longer, of course. Because I have learned that this is the way to go. Give me 5 inches of armor. 2-inch fore, 2-inch aft. And we're gonna need some barbette armor, citadel, compound armor. We're still using coal, of course. Yes, yes. Let's see. Turning circle 255. Very good. What type of torpedoes are we carrying? 15 inchers. Standard torpedo propulsion. What's my dodge chance? Game doesn't want to tell me. Torpedo speed, 25 knots. Yeah. No, that's not going to win any prizes, is it? Oh well. Shift some of these. The ship was a bit stern heavy. Secondary guns. How about some 3-inch guns? Click, click, click. No, that has a very restricted firing arc. I got a pretty hefty aft weight offset. Pitch is terrible. Roll is bad. Engine efficiency is bad. Yeah, no, this is a great ship. What are you talking about? This is a fantastic ship. Yes, yes. Increased reloads. Turret rotation I cannot improve. Light shells? Heavy shells. Heavy shells allows them to do even some damage against battleships, potentially. These 6-inch guns at 5,000 meter range won't hit. 2,500 meter range then. They will hit about 2.8% chance. That's pretty low. Pretty low indeed. Give me a range on these. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to armor this thing up. Let me do some balancing, shall we? Alright, ship is mostly balanced. It's turned into a wonky design. The ship has one single 5-incher on the bow. She has the secondary, well, this is her primary armament, although it's weird. Side-mounted 6-inch guns on bow and stern. A couple of 3-inch guns for support against smaller targets. 4 funnels to make this thing go as fast as possible. And a 0.14 weight offset is something I'm willing to accept. Let's put these base fuses on here as well, and I think that's the ship done. These are pretty cheap, 2 million only, compared to the Charles Martel at almost 7 million. I believe that these are going to be pretty useful. They will be able to punch above their weight class with the torpedoes. Alright, so we have our battleships, we have our armored cruisers, we have not yet a light cruiser. I'm not sure if light cruisers are useful, other than raiding merchantmen. So let's say that that is going to be the preferred role. Maybe hunting merchantmen. Actually, how fast can I make these? Because I still need to hunt down torpedo boats. Yeah, I was worried about that. 25 knots in this era is too fast. 24.5? No. 43, yeah, right. No, 39 knots is fine. I'm just gonna need a ship which is worth 30,000 tons. No. Wow, you can do 49 knots. I'm just 141,000 tons over budget. But that's fine. Okay, 24 knots it is. Fine, be like that. Let's get compound armor. Narrow beam. Which is going to aid their ability to speed up. Whoa. 1 knot faster and you suddenly gain 700 tons. That's a lot. Okay, front tower. Rear tower. Funnels. I think the first research project is going to be better engines. Because our engines are atrocious. Okay. So we're hunting destroyers. That means 4-inch guns. Probably a good number of them. This tower's getting in the way. Okay, you're gonna have to sit farther that way. Come on. Don't be like that. Go there. Thank you. Oh. Problem. What if I put the tower here and put the guns not there, but here? There, that's better. Okay, what else? This thing is, once again, going to get the upgrade. It's going to get better engines. We're going to make these things long. These caliber guns, 20-inch or 20% extra. Casemate guns? Oh yeah, I have casemates. How nice. 2-inchers. Of course, with the additional length. Giving them pretty decent accuracy, 1,000-meter range. They get a reload of 6 seconds, which again is not bad. 4-weight offset is a bit hefty today. How about putting one single 4-incher amidships on the stern? Maybe not. Jeez, it's really like you get either bow heavy or stern heavy real quick with these ships. There appears to be almost no middle ground. Just very difficult to balance these things out. Main gun, 4-inch single. Pass. Okay, let me do some balancing. Alright, some balancing done, some guns upgraded, and some positions changed. We still have a 4-inch gun on the stern, but it's just the one. But it has a far better firing arc than those side-mounted things. So that gives these things 2 guns on the bow, 2 amidships there, 2 towards the stern, and 1 on the back. She also has gained an upgrade in the form of torpedo launchers. They're on the port side, port side, bow, far bow, and stern. Stern launcher has a very restricted firing arc. It is really not good. In order to balance the ship out, I had to give her quite a bit of fore belt armor and a very little amount of aft belt. Main belt's actually only 3 inches. I can still upgrade that to, let's say, 4. But then again, these things are mostly designed to hunt down small ships, torpedo boats. Aside from that, every gun has been upgraded to their respective maximum length to give them even more accuracy. So that's the Jean Bart class of light cruisers, and that only needs one more type. Torpedo boats. As small and as cheap as possible, these things are just here to torpedo something and run off. That is all that they need to do. Run and gun. Well, torp and run, I suppose. We're going to need to give them a main gun. Holy crap. Balancing this thing out is going to be a nightmare again. Why is your forehead... The gun weighs 0.69 tons? Less than a ton. This thing weighs 16 tons. How are you not balanced? How are you... Okay. That's unexpected. 27 knots. I got a lot of displacement left. We don't need to go... I don't think we even need to go 1,800 kilometers. But okay. Yeah, I don't think that these are going to live particularly long. Nor do I really need them to. Jeez, do I need to put a gun on the stern or something to balance it out? What if I give them offset torpedo launchers, like one port, one starboard? Everything's red. Aft weight offset 100%. Pitch is terrible. Roll is atrocious. If I make them fat boats, that still is not going to offset the roll. Crap. Torpedo boats are fun ships to use. They're also incredibly difficult to balance. We have a very big 4-incher on the bow. This is mostly to annoy light cruisers, I suppose, because anything else is not that likely to really do much. I can pen, well, 1,000 meter range. I can pen 7 inches of armor with this gun. And I could probably make that better. 7.7. I suppose this doesn't actually increase pen. It does, 8.5. Yeah, of course, you get more propellant. That's a pretty hefty gun on a torpedo boat, which has 0 survivability. Okay. Now we still need a torpedo, which is where this thing gets its name from. This thing is going to be so shit. Those are not even centerline. Come on, give me centerline torpedo tubes, please. Please make it look like you're trying. Still 100%? Is that thing so heavy? It's 2.5 tons. Oh, the ammo weight. Uh-huh. The weight on the ammo is very heavy. 6.7 tons. So that's probably all stored down there in the bow. No wonder it's so bow heavy. Okay, could I make the torpedo boat from hell? I mean, the ship is pretty terrible as is anyway. Just reduce the draft. Let me get back to you. Well, this thing turned out to be a nightmare to balance. I have named it the Leopard class of torpedo boats. They can do 28 knots. They have standard beam and displacement, standard draft displacement, standard crew quarters, and carry 2 15-inch torpedoes, one port, one starboard. Engine efficiency is remarkably good, but pitch is remarkably awful at 67%. That means that my accuracy is going to be pretty damn terrible. Because I get minus 17% base accuracy and plus 51% accuracy penalty from waves. So this thing is going to be heaving up and down, and there is, well, extremely little I can do. I mean, I could put a 2-incher on the stern, but immediately the game goes, nope, you can't do that. So this is a class that I'm very much looking forward to replace. She still has a bit of room to grow, which might mean that the torpedoes are going to grow with it. Save the design. These things have no armor. 0. That's potentially a problem, but it's going to make life for the guys on those ships particularly interesting. Let me put it that way. Okay, let's go and get a couple of ships built. We don't have a lot of money. 61 million. I'm thinking 3 battleships. There. Then we're going to need quite a few cruisers, which were 2 million. I click on them and the price dropped. Okay, don't mind. How about 10? There, I still have 9 million left. These light cruisers are 1.4. If I click on them, the price changes. Watch this. 263707. Click 272. What? It's like the game updates their price tag. Okay. I believe that the heavy cruisers are going to be our main class. So that means I'll not need as many of the light cruisers, maybe just 5. And then I have 13 million left. I always want to have some reserve, because you never quite know what's going to happen. But I think torpedo boats are going to be instrumental in the early years of the campaign. So we're going to get 20 torpedo boats, and I'll let the game sort out where all these ships should go. When it comes to my naval budget, I want to make sure that crew training is maxed out, and I want to see if I can max out research. Yes, transport capacity is a bit much. I have 100%. If I can grow it ever so gently during the peaceful time, that'd be great. During wartime, I'll probably have to scale back on the tech budget, But for now, if I can get research fast, then I would very much appreciate that. The other project I'm considering undertaking is upgrading the shipyard for 20 million in 24 months. Yeah, let's get that going. Let's reduce the tech budget slightly to 90%. And when it comes to research, what do I need? I can get destroyer designs. Minesweeper destroyers, yeah, right. Turret mechanisms are always nice to have. Gun layouts, hull protection. So many things that I would like to get. Better engines. Let's go for better engines first. 2 months. I'm going to set that as a priority. I don't want to set too many other priorities because it's going to come to the detriment of everything else. Okay, let's get going. Nothing is going to happen for a while. At least, I don't expect it to. I'm going to wait for my engines to become researched and then potentially get some upgrades for the ships going. That would be nice. The British and the Germans are starting to spark tensions. Large industrialists proposed a redistribution in the government's budget in favor of the industrial sector at the expense of the Army and Navy. What is your response? I'm not even sure that I have a say in this. I mean, I'm just the Admiral. Army matters are not of your concern, but you know for certain that the Navy's budget should stay as it is. Less naval prestige, more unrest. I have 0 unrest and 1 prestige. These business people are ready to sell their homeland for some extra cents. The government should not listen to them and support the Navy more. You feel unauthorized to interfere in the government's financial policy, which is going to give me minus 1% naval budget, a little bit more GDP, and more naval prestige. I'm tempted between option 2 and 3. I don't want the unrest. I don't want the hit to naval prestige. So we're going to go with option 3. Let's go for more GDP. New technology in turret mechanisms. 5% turret reverse speed. That's nice. When is my engine going to come up? There, the triple steam expansion engine. Nice. There she is. More smoke interference, but relatively less engine cost per weight. 26 horsepower per ton. Now, I know I just designed these ships, but are they already due for an overhaul? I think maybe not, because the rate at which I will be researching engines, well, researching anything really, is going to be pretty serious. No, I'm not going to upgrade them yet. No. Let's prepare for war a bit more. Tensions continue to rise between the British and the Germans. Torpedo protection. Very nice. This is going to be useful for the battleships. What else can I expect from research? I still want to focus on better engines. Destroyer design is going to come up. Yeah, this is going well. Oh, gun layout's coming up. Nice. It's weird having an active campaign with very little activity. But hey, it's good for my monthly balance, it's good for my naval budget. Oh, I'm starting to rise tensions with the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Minesweeper design is done. 7-inch casemate guns. 7-inch casemate? Whoa. That's, hefty. Pretty hefty indeed. Carry on. We also researched new riveting techniques. Very riveting indeed. New mechanics make the fastening of metal joints more effective. Less hull weight and less ship time construction, or ship construction time. That's good. It does say to do, so I'm not sure if it's actually implemented. Now, as I said at the start, it is a beta. I'm not sure exactly what is going on with the Italians, but in classic Italian fashion, they're overspending. Edoardo Masdea has been warned for his excessive naval expenditures. He may soon be replaced. That's interesting in less than a year. New technology, the multiple expansion steam engine 1. Even more smoke interference, but more horsepower per ton as well. And 16-inch torpedo tubes. That's a nice increase in damage, this 15% buff. Also increased dot chance. That's the opposite side of the equation. The part I don't like. Okay, I believe I have done quite a nice race in engineering. Well, engines, that is. How about some better boilers? Because right now I can get the engines, but I will not be able to make those things efficient. And here we are. New technology in boilers. We have the induced draft boilers, plus 75% funnel capacity. That's going to be great news for the heavy cruisers, which currently have a lot of funnels. And if I can remove some funnels, I can make room for something else. Anti-torpedo nets. Work in progress. Not yet a feature. It's now already been a year. I have not engaged anything because we're not at war. But tensions are on the rise. I don't actively have anything to concern myself with. The British are, well, they're not even close to being an ally, but they're doing quite well. We have the Germans, of course, the Austro-Hungarians, and the Italians are 5. So we don't know which way that's going to go just yet. Let's carry on. Now, I was looking at how many ships the other fleets have. This gives me cause for concern. I have 38 ships. They have 133. The British 105. They're building 28 more. The Italians are building 35 more. No wonder they're going over budget. They're refitting 34 ships. 113 Austro-Hungarian ships, but they're building 20 more. And the Germans apparently don't care about building new things, but they're refitting half their fleet. They have a lot of ships. I think it's going to be time to refit some of mine and start cranking these guys out. So, refit. This ship already has an engine efficiency of 86.6, but we now have the multiple expansion steam engine, which is going to give me 27 horsepower per ton. That drops that nicely. I can get induced boilers and engine efficiency at 100%. And I can now do that with one funnel. That's nice. I can use that additional room, if you will, on the hull to get an anti-torpedo blister in place. And I believe that that is about all that I can upgrade right now. But that already is quite the nice upgrade to this ship. So let's save that design. And let's do an overhaul on the heavy cruisers as well. Oh crap, I cannot build these, of course. Fine, let's overhaul at least the Charles Martel itself. 9 months. Fine. It's still pretty quick, considering that she's getting a whole new engine. New design, no. View the Rochambeau class. I want to copy this. And we're going to upgrade this guy as well. What? Why can I not get a better engine on this? I don't understand. I can do it on a battleship? No, I cannot do it on a battleship either. What? Is that because I copied the design or something? Is the editor throwing a fit? Yes, the editor's throwing a fit. Okay, fine. Let's get a new ship. Do spoiler, standard. This is a bit tedious. No, I'm going to continue researching first. It's now February 1892, and the tensions between the British and the Germans are on the rise. This is not a good situation. If this continues, then the British and probably the British and the Germans are probably going to declare war on each other. What this means for me, I'm not sure yet, because my tensions currently are quite low with everybody, which is also why I don't feel like I need a big fleet yet. So I'm still cranking out as much research as possible, and I'm getting all sorts of nice tech advantages. The thing is, actually getting those things on a ship is going to take time. So I can have all of these research breakthroughs, but if I don't actually build a ship with these things in time before a war kicks off, then I'm still going to be in trouble. Let's do some armor quality buffing and rangefinders, and then probably get a few new ships designed. Because at this rate, with these guys and their massive fleets, I'm going to start to fall behind quite badly. Even if I would want to build a whole bunch of ships, it's probably going to take me a while. Something else that you can no longer see is how many ships of each type the enemy has. For all I know, the Italians with their 141 ships have, I don't know, 110 torpedo boats. It's very hard to see what they have. Or, No, sorry, my bad. They have 11 heavy cruisers, 14 heavy cruisers. They got a massive amount of heavy cruisers. Okay, with that information, let's have a look at the Austro-Hungarians. Because those are most likely going to be my enemies. 3 battleships, 51 torpedo boats. What the fuck? Also, their fleet strength is higher than the port capacity. What the hell? Are they quad stacking their ships or something? 66,000 tons port capacity, fleet strength 213,000 tons? How? How does that fit? Are they just parking these things somewhere in a bay? Not even next to a pier? I don't get it. Anyway, these guys have 16 battleships, 19 battleships versus my 3. I feel a little outgunned. We're probably going to need better range finding, better quality, and probably better guns. Big guns. Let's go. A little while later, being July 1893, and the situation has deteriorated to such a point between the Germans and the British that I'm expecting these guys to start going at each other within the year. So, let's get some of these new ship advances into a new design. Because the old battleships and the new battleships are absolutely no comparison. I get the multiple steam expansion engine. I get the Harvey steel, which is going to give me 50% armor strength. Relative to the compound, that's not that much, but it helps a lot. I have anti-torpedo blisters, I have reinforced bulkheads, I have the standard citadel, but I also have the ability now to include a rangefinder. I'm still not really expecting anything to hit at range. I'm not exactly sure what the game calls long range, but the coincidence rangefinder is very nice to have. When it comes to boilers, we're going to go with induced. Range, not important. Speed, 18 knots is fine. Secondary tower does not want to fit. How about now? Wow, how wide do you need to be? Oh, it's the life... Not even sure that's what you want to call a lifeboat. That boat's getting in the way. That's the problem. So I can reduce the beam, not by that much. There. Okay, with this new funnel system, I might have enough on one funnel. Yep, 100% engine efficiency. That means I can put additional stuff into guns. And I now have researched the 13-inch gun Mark II. That's a lot of firepower. And if I make these things long barrel, their reload's going to be absolutely atrocious. But the amount of punching power that they have is going to be phenomenal. The issue, however, is they don't want to fit. There. Now they do. It looks ridiculous. How good is the secondary tower? 8 and 9, yeah. There's this. These boats need to get out of my way. This is annoying. Push this. Meh. Okay, let's get this thing upgraded, shall we? Enhanced loading. And the... yeah. Does that still fit? It does? Some parts are badly placed. Go figure. Which one? Would you like to... oh, this one. Border. What are you bordering then? Get those boats out of the way. Seriously. Just remove that thing. We're gonna go with the standard secondary tower. Is this even better? Yes. Push this back, push this here. Go on. Sit. What's your problem? Sit. Thank you. That's a turd with an attitude. Needs an attitude adjustment. This gun. Loads and loads and loads of range. Loads and loads and loads of punch. Turns? Eventually. Well, hydraulic turret systems need an upgrade. Because these things turn 3 degrees per second. That's pretty slow. I'm still at risk, of course, from smaller ships. So let's get the 3 inchers in place. And secondary guns. Probably just some smaller stuff, relatively. Ugh. 4? No. 3? No. 2? No. Not even a 2? What if I go for a slightly smaller centerline turret on the stern? Yeah, make that a lot smaller. 10 inch? Now we're talking. Okay, make this thing large. Make these things 10% longer. That's the 5 inches on the bow. Oh, you're being difficult. Stop being difficult. Secondary guns, 5 incher. Nope. 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 Well, maybe here. Here. I have to weight offset, still a problem. Push this forward. 3.5. 2.9. Work with me here. There. So it's a really big punch on the bow. Which means I might keep these guys as bow-in battleships. That means more forebelt. We're going to go with 6 inches of forebelt. I'm going to go with a 13-inch main belt, a 5-inch aft belt, main deck, 2, superstructure 2, turret face 14, and that's plus 53% armor quality now, so we're getting somewhere. These, against smaller ships, are not as useful. Oh, soft capped. Or HE. Holy crap, that can blow away a light cruiser probably in one blow. I like it. Still no improvement to armor-piercing shells. Interesting. How about these? That's gonna leave a mark when it hits a light cruiser as well. Reloads, 67 seconds, reloads in 105. Okay. What are we gonna do with the rest of that displacement? What am I gonna do with all that? Can I make it faster? Without breaking the bank? Maybe. How about making this a fairly swift battleship? No. 21... Yeah, no, we're gonna add more armor. I think that's the better way to go. So, 16 inch, 8 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch. There we go. Very heavily armored battleship for the time. More on super... No, not more on the superstructure. More on the conning tower. I don't have to fill these things out completely. This is fine. Alright, new battleship class, the Heroine. No, it's not the stuff that you snort. It's the stuff of heroes. Heroes and legends. Let's get at least a few of these built. Let's make that 4 of them. And that's gonna... Yeah, that's gonna cost me some money. Reduce research a bit. Wow. That goes up pretty quick. I wonder how much the other guys are researching. I have no idea. Alright, well this episode's running already quite long, what, 45 minutes? Hope you guys are enjoying it. No action yet, but give me a minute and we will get to that in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for the next one.